is meaningless, but it ain't unanswerable, it is. It's a mint spot.
Yes, if I don't go take a look.
Well, the trivia, notice anything different about me?
No, I don't see if I do, McGee.
All right. Say, old chap,
Is that his
take a look.
girlfriend?
Something new for me, you know, really.
Something new,
Oh,
eh?
my
Yes,
God.
really.
No, don't tell me. Let's begin.
I really did it because I always admired yours.
Why would they be pranking you right now?
Oh, how stupid.
Highly unlikely.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
You've had your shoes shined.
No, you don't get it. Take a gander at my upper lip.
I can't see your lip with all those whiskers on it.
What do you mean, whiskers? That's a mustache.
Oh, yes. Of course. And very becoming to you, too.
Oh, you think so? Hey, Molly, the trivia thinks it looks good on me.
Oh, do you really, Mr. Mayor?
Indeed I do, Mrs. Steve. In fact, your husband's name came up this morning in regard to some Chamber of Commerce business. My secretary said, now, if Mr. McGee only had something in front of his face.
I can't hear it right now.
But,
I guess it doesn't matter.
You only had something in front of what business, Fib?
I'm seriously considering renting the house next door to McGee.
When you plan on bringing over your other shirt and coffee pot for trivia?
Well, it's not settled definitely, McGee. The man who lived there before, Mr. Gildersleeve, I believe, where did he move to?
Sunday.
Ah, yes. Well, he told me he had quite some trouble with his next-door neighbor. Now, tell me, who lives on the other side of that house?
You mean you don't know?
No, what, Mrs. McGee?
The house on the other side of that house for trivia ain't a house. It's a vacant lot.
Oh, then he must have meant that. Oh. Oh, I don't believe it. Quite. But I can investigate further. Good day, Mr. McGee. And McGee,
Yeah?
tell your mustache that the strange man is leaving and it can come out. Martha Tilton saying kiss the boys goodbye.
We're such a happy pair that it isn't right, no, it isn't fair. To all those other boys I gave the air. Oh, Daddy, let me say our vein, for tomorrow is our wedding day. Can't the baby kind of celebrate? Kiss the boys goodbye. Daddy, let me wear the ming. What's the difference what the neighbors sing? Let the baby linger on the ring. Kiss the boys goodbye. And while I'm kissing them sentimentally, keep the liberal point of view. Because I'm breaking it to them gently that my heart belongs to you. So Daddy, please remember this, that tomorrow's got a lot of bliss. Let me show them what they're gonna miss. Kiss the boys goodbye. Be reasonable, Daddy. Give me one more night to play. I want to sever all my connections in a ladylike sort of way. I can't afford to have a scene on my wedding day. I'd hate to have 17 fellas give the bride away. So, Daddy, please remember this, that tomorrow's got lots of bliss. Let me show them what they're gonna miss. Kiss the boys goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
What's gonna change the name?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
What will become of us?
Let me show you what you're gonna miss. Kiss the boys goodbye.
Oh, I had upper lip, but it quivered in the storm. So I raised little mustache, just keep warm. Oh, I had a bad dress that's looking glass. Makes me look like Dracula with a hangover. Oh, I had a little mustache. Calling me dear.
Don't get mushy with me. Look, I just saw your watch on the dress and the crystal has gone out of it. You want me to take it down to the jeweler's?
No, thanks. I took it out myself. I got it right here. I have.
What are you using it for?
Well, I jolly well wanted to see how I'd look in a Monaco.
Well, how did it look, if you'll pardon my morbid curiosity?
They couldn't say, really. Had to squint so hard to keep the bally thing screwed in, I couldn't see.
Look now, I admire the British just as much as you do, dearie, but take it easy. It's dangerous.
What do you mean dangerous, Mom?
First time you start driving on the left-hand side of the road, you will be in a mess. Come in.
McGee's residence?
Oh, rather, old fellow. But we usually ask the tradesmen to deliver merchandise at the rear, you know.
Oh, zip it up, Orson. Here, sign the receipt.
What's this package?
Some stuff this guy brought down at Haggerty's Snuggery Tuggery. Much obliged, lady. And you, Basil.
Hey?
Quit trying to act like a yank at Oxford and just be a jerk at home.
Zip it up, Basil. Why, that fresh mug?
Well, say, what have you been buying down at Haggerty's Snuggery's Tavern?
Oh, I thought I might as well go all the way, Molly, as long as I'm improving my appearance. I got a black Homburg hat, a pair of yellow gloves, some spats, and a walking stick.
Well, heavenly days. What is the world coming to? And when?
Oh, I'll admit the walking stick might be a touch too much, but you can't.
Oh, no.
Huh?
No, it isn't, Nicky. It's the weather spats and yellow gloves you'll need to carry your stick. And maybe some brass knuckles.
Well, let's see if I sent my godfather in this package. Oh, Dad, they forgot something.
Oh, I say, dear boy, what did the chappies forget? Your shooting jacket for formal crack game?
Nah, them stupid goons forgot to put in my purple velvet smoking jacket.
Will your lordship excuse me if I stole a moment? I'm a little overwhelmed.
Oh, don't be like that, Molly. Don't you want your husband to be well-groomed? Don't you want me to look smooth?
Oh, you'll be smooth, all right. You wear those spats and yellow gloves and somebody will polish you off. But say, tell me, did you only get one smoking jacket?
Sure. Think I need two?
Well, won't you need a longer one? For when you smoke king-size cigarettes? For goodness sake, stop looking at yourself in the mirror.
Hello, folks. What's cooking?
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
I say, old chap, is it necessary to use such a weird expression? What's cooking? How's everything? What do you know? Really, they're rather senseless and unanswerable, you know. Oh, quite. Say what?
Say, what goes on here anyway? Is he on the level, Molly?
Well, he thinks he's on the level, but it's uphill work.
Won't you step in and have a spot
Yeah,
in
just
the old
in
chap?
there, I guess.
I say, be a good girl and put the kettle on, old say.
Like, isn't it what the
We're not having any tea, and don't call me an old face. How about a slug of root beer or something, Mr. Wilcox?
No, thanks, but I'd still like to know what this is all about.
Well, I tell you, he saw Ronald Coleman in a picture the other night, and he's been like this ever since. I only hope they don't revive King Kong. I've had enough of this monkey business.
Well, hey, look, Fibber.
McGee, Mr. Wilcox is speaking to you. Turn around.
I can see him. I'm looking in the mirror, ain't I? Hey, Harlow, you see anything different about me?
No, just your face is dirty. You've got a smudge on your upper lip.
That ain't a smudge. It's a mustache.
Gee, is it?
I bet Mr. Wilcox was never so foolish as to try and raise a mustache.
Well, you'd lose that bet, Molly. I tried to raise one once, but I had to give it up.
I got a nasty suspicion, folks, that this is leading into something. I can't get out of it now. Why did you give it up, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, it interfered with business. Every time I started to demonstrate Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, how it keeps linoleum spotless and sparkling with a minimum time and effort, no rubbing or buffing.
Yes. You just pour a little out, spread it on, and wait for it to dry to a gorgeous mirror-like finish, and it restores the beauty of the pattern and gives housewives hours of extra leisure, and don't accept any substitutes and get some from your nearest dealer today. We know. Now, what about your mustache?
Yes, how did it interfere with your business, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, I'll tell you, I'd no sooner get through telling people how spotless it made their linoleum than I'd look down and see that black smudge. Every time I looked down, there it was. Made me nervous, so I shaved it off.
Oh, that's it. I feel like Uncle Dennis trying to pass Joe Stabber. I walked right into it. You bring me that book, Harlow?
Oh, yes, here. No hurry about returning it now. Keep it as long as you like. Well, so long.
So long, Harlow.
What's the book, dearie?
It's an English book. How to play cricket.
How to play with a cricket? Oh, no, you don't. I won't have one in the house.
Molly, it's just a game.
I don't care if it is. In the first place, they're too noisy. Tweet all night long. No, sir, if you want...
Molly, this cricket ain't an insect.
I know an insect when I see one.
This is like baseball, only the difference is...
That's even worse. A man of your age playing baseball with a crick car. Heavenly plays you do. First an English accent and then mustache and a monocle, and now you play games with Buck.
Oh.
What's gotten into you?
Hey, Molly.
What?
You ever go to a quilting bee?
Yes, I have.
You ever get stung?
Don't be silly. It wasn't a real bee.
Well, cricket ain't a real cricket either. That's the English name for baseball.
All right, dearie, all right, I give up. Go out and play golf with the grasshopper.
Play ball. Come in. Oh, hi, sis.
Hi, mister.
Hi.
You want to send any messages to Santa Claus? My mama takes me down to Bontown Department Store tonight.
Oh, she is, huh?
Hmm?
I said she is, eh?
This what?
Your mom is going to take you down to see Santa Claus.
Hi, Noah. You want me to tell him anything for you?
Oh, I don't know, sis. What's the procedure?
Hmm?
How do you go about it?
On the streetcar?
I mean, what is the modus operandi? The gimmick?
Oh, you mean how do you tell Santa Claus what you want, honey?
That roughly was the thought I was trying to convey, sis.
Oh. Well, first you get in line with the other kids.
Yeah?
And then when it's your turn to talk to him, he takes you up on his lap, and that's the part I don't like, because his beard always smells like mothballs.
Well, you gotta overlook that, sis. They say the moths are terrible at the North Pole. Now, then what happened?
I don't know, I've never been there.
I don't mean at the North Pole. I mean with Santa Claus.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then you tell him everything you want, and there's a lady standing there. She writes it all down and asks you what's your papa's name is and has you got a charge account.
Oh, yes. That's Santa Claus's secretary.
Well, gee, mister, if she was my secretary, I bet you I'd fire her, I bet you.
You would?
Oh. Well, last year, when I was talking to Santa Claus, you know what she said to him? She said, speak up, you big dope. How can I write this down if you keep mumbling in your beard? Is there any way to talk to Santa Claus? I asked you.
Well, I should say not. I guess you didn't hear her say it, because if it's the same girl I saw there last year, she had some very well-built stockings.
McGee.
And she... Well, I guess I haven't got any message for Chris just at the moment, sis. Thanks anyway.
That's okay, mister. But I hope if you ever have a mustache, you won't smell like mothballs.
Oh, don't worry, sis, it won't. I got a kind of an instinct for a personal appearance. I've always been kind of a snappy dresser, man about town.
What town?
Peoria, mostly. Why, sis, when I was just a young fella, I was a sheik of western Illinois. With my bell-bottom pants and jazz bow tie. When I worked in the big mill there, I was quite the dude. Mildude McGee, I was known as. Mildude McGee, a magnificent master masculine muscle and manly manners, mesmerizing the maidens in the Midwest, and mentioned most every month in many of the men's magazines as the mirror and model for male millinery merchants, meticulous material manufacturers, and miscellaneous members of the metropolitan mob. Mighty and magnetic from November through May, but come and hear the Kingston and sing roll so great.
Rosie, Rosie, Rosie O'Day, she is the prettiest thing. Under her window from miles away, the sparrows all gather and sing. Rosalie, Rosalie, you're my Gilgalush, Gilgalush, Balarabum, Daddy, Rosalie, Rosalie, you're my Gilgalush, Gilgalush, Balarabum, Daddy, you are so darling, so lovely. That's what I mean when I say Rosalie, Rosalie, you're my Gilgalush, Gilgalush, Balarabum, Daddy, Boom, Daddy, oh, you're more of a lady than Rosie O'Grady. You're sweeter than rose of Cali. Rosa Rio or Washington Square never could even begin to compare with my wild Irish rose. The sweetest flower
Rosie O'Gray.
Gee, are you still rubbing that horrible ointment on your mustache?
Yeah. They need a lot of encouragement when they're young like this. You know the old saying, Molly, great oaks from little acorns grow.
I didn't know you wanted a tree. I thought you just wanted a bush. Goodness knows you've been getting enough raspberries to start one.
Oh, well, don't let it get you down, old girl. Chin up, hip, 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 hip. Carry on and all of that.
Oh, stop talking like that.
I hope that's the guy from Haggerty's Snuggery Toggery with my velvet smoking jacket. Come in, Haggerty.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Uppington? Come in, dear.
Oh.
How do you do, Mrs. McGee? I just dropped into Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't believe I've met this gentleman.
Hot dog, you hear that, Molly? She didn't know me with my mustache.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're Mr. McGee. Oh, I do hope you'll forgive me, my dear.
Oh, forgive you. Why, heavenly days, you're lucky if he doesn't kiss you, Abigail. To think that his mustache would fool anybody that much.
What did I tell you, Molly? I knew when I...
What mustache? Is Mr. McGee drawing a mustache?
Why, yes, Abigail. Isn't that why you didn't recognize him?
Oh, no, my dear. How ridiculous. No, I have a new lorgnette with bifocal lenses, and I simply can't see a thing.
Look up. Don't the bifocal part of them glasses magnify?
Well, yes, of course. Why?
Well, come here. Take a peep at my upper lip.
Very well.
There.
You see anything, Abigail?
Oh, my dear. You really should do something about his chin. Those big purple spots.
Raise your sights, Uppy. That's my necktie.
Oh, may it cost how stupid of me, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
McGee. Well, what can we do for you, Abigail? Or is this a social call?
Oh, no, Mr. McGee. I have a committee of one from our ladies' club to inspect some of the city parks, and I thought you might care to go along. We have information from a very high source that parks of them are to be sold for parking lots.
Oh, well, come down off your high horse and tell us about it, Uppy.
Now, please, Mr. McGee, this is not a subject for levity.
Well, what's so serious about it, Abigail? It's city property, and they can sell it for parking if they want to.
My dear, have you no thought for our little wild creature?
You mean them parking lot attendants?
Mr. McGee, you're impossible. You and your little gray mustache.
My mustache ain't gray.
It will be by the time it's a mustache.
Good old Uppy. You know, Molly, I got a kind of a sneaking fondness for the old Percheron.
Personally, I think she's a very nice woman.
She is. Uppy's an old peach.
Do you really think so?
Sure, I do. He's an old, wrinkled, dried-up peach that should have been pickled and canned years ago. Hand me the phone, Molly.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to call Haggerty's Snuggery Toggery and see why they don't send out my smoking jacket.
All right, here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Haggerty's Oh, is that you, Mert? How's every little thing, Mert? What's that, Mert? Your sister? Got pinched, eh? We're going too slow.
Heavenly days in her car, McGee?
No, the revolving door. What's that, Mert? Okay, I'll call him later. Goodbye.
Say, you know, one of these days you're going to get your number right off and won't have time for one of those things.
That'll be too bad.
I'd hate to take a poll on it. Oh, well, for goodness sake, McGee, take your fingers out of your
I
mouth.
just feel inside of my upper lip, Molly. My mustache don't seem to be growing very fast. Just wondered if it got mixed up and was growing in instead of out. You know, sometimes you try to say, "Hey there, Johnny! How's the mustache?" Oh, hi, old timer. Those lotions you gave me don't seem to have done much good. Johnny, Here, try this one.
Is this another one of your grandmother's concoctions, Mr. Oldtimer?
Yep. Grandma swears by this one. Fact is, she swears so loud by this one, we have to send the kids up to bed.
That's pretty good, old timer.
Yes, but that ain't the way I hear it. The way I hear it, one feller says, t'other feller says, see where an aviator flew from Denver to New York and lasted 12 hours. That so, says t'other feller. Must have been in a hurry. Have a wife in New York? No, says the first feller, in Denver. Well, try this stuff on your mustache, Johnny, and then you know what happens.
Okay, but I'm getting kind of discouraged. The more stuff I put on, the less it seems to grow.
Grow?
Why, yes, why not?
Oh, my goodness, and I've been giving him stuff to make it go away.
Hey, what you doing, Molly?
I'm throwing out all these fancy hair tonics.
No.
I've had enough of this now.
Oh, now, Molly.
I'm sorry, dearie. I can't stand this crimping and posing any longer. You'll have to choose between me and your mustache.
You mean?
Yes. Now, which will it be?
Well, I'll take the mustache.
Ah!
Do you know what I've been doing today? Well, I've been just an old inquiring reporter, asking women here and there a few questions about my favorite product, Johnson's Glow Coat, the easy-to-use floor polish. What do you like best about Glow Coat, I asked. And do you know, I got a lot of different answers, but they all add up to the same thing. Glow Coat is an all-around product. It has so many good points that it pleases everybody. One woman said, I like the lasting luster Glow Coat gives my linoleum floor. Another talked about the uniform film that doesn't chip or wear off unevenly. Someone else said she liked its quick drying and ease of application. And, of course, everybody sang the praises of Glow Coat for the way it saves work. It needs no rubbing or buffing. Now, I knew all these good things about Glow Coat, but still it did me good to hear these women so enthusiastic. And I'd like to pass that enthusiasm along to any of you who haven't tried Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat on your linoleum floors. And one final word. Remember, there's only one Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
I still don't know why you were trying to raise a mustache, dearie.
Oh, it's a kind of old family tradition, Molly. Ever see our family album? All my ancestors had beards down to here.
Oh, no razors?
No chin.
Good night. Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Finishes for Home and Industry. Inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Is your car sitting out in front of your house now? If it is, take a quick look at it. Doesn't it need a cleaning and polishing job? Well, then just try Johnson's Car New, the sensational auto polish that does two jobs at once. Both cleans and polishes in one application. Car New is a wonderful labor saver. It's inexpensive, and it offers an easy way for you to take better care of your automobile. Remember the name, Johnson's Car New, spelled C-A-R-N-U. Made by the makers of Johnson's Wax. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
NBC will be on the air with the latest war news at the beginning of every program day and
Here we
night.
go.
The British radio, heard by NBC, reports that the Sultan of one of the little Malay states has handed control of his country right over to the British to make it easier to repel the Japanese. A British advisor will sit with the Sultan of Callahan from now until the war is all over. The United Press from New York. The United States has banned Germans, Austrians, and Italians from American citizenship until further notice. Judge Marcus Campbell of the Brooklyn Federal Court turned down a list of applicants. The court clerk said the instructions were received from the Attorney General's office. The United Press from La Paz, Bolivia. The Bolivian cabinet has decided to adhere to any joint action by American nations. The cabinet adopted a 4-point program reaffirming pledges made at the Panama and the Havana conferences. The United Press from Vichy. British planes have blasted the German-occupied French port of Calais in the most savage raid on that city in months. 37 civilians were killed, 20 were seriously wounded, many homes were destroyed. The Associated Press from Manila. A number of new fire stations have been opened up today in thickly settled parts of Manila. All firemen are equipped with steel helmets and gas masks. All civilians are being evacuated from areas near American military installations. We thank the sponsor of this program for relinquishing a portion of his time in order that you might hear the latest news from the NBC newsroom.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with songs by Martha Tilton and the King's Men, and music by Billy Mills. The show opens with Don't Ever Leave Me. We have just received this message for our listeners in a telegram from the president of S.C. Johnson and Son Incorporated, our sponsor. In these serious days, there can be no division of opinion. The United States is at war. We are all ready and eager to do our part. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Glow Coat believe it is in the public interest to continue programs as entertaining as Fibber McGee and Molly. They have a place in national morale. So you can continue to hear Fibber McGee and Molly and still be in touch with latest developments. We have asked the National Broadcasting Company to feel free at any time to cut into our programs with important news flashes and announcements. Signed, H.F. Johnson, Jr. Well, there's an old saying to the effect that the female is more deadly than the male. But around the first of the month, the male can be pretty deadly, too. And here at 79 Whistle Vista, the postman has just left a stack of stuff, which on the breakfast table reaches halfway up the coffee pot. And it's all for Fibber McGee and Molly.
Heavenly daisy. Look at these bills.
You look at them. I got a letter from my cousin Nick.
Nick?
Yeah, you know. Ichabod McGee.
Oh, sure. He was the black sheep of your family, wasn't he?
Yeah, complete no good. Ran away when he was 16.
Oh.
Bummed around the country and started gambling. Won a few $100 and squandered the whole roll on a few acres of scrub farmland and then carelessly discovered oil. Worthless little pup is now worth $4 million.
Your own brother?
Unfortunately, he ain't my own brother anymore. We disowned him in 1926.
No. Before he discovered the oil, no doubt. Well, what's he say in his letter?
He says, Dear Brother Fibber. Signed Ick, the Black Sheep. I guess Ick ain't in any mood to make up.
Well, I, for one, won't take that to him just because he has money.
No, me either. Wonder how I can get him to chase after me. Hey, what's this postcard?
Well, how should I know? It's addressed to you, and I never read your mail. Anyway, it's just an advertisement.
This isn't either just an advertisement. It's from the Whistle Vista Wholesale Outlet Store. It says, you have been recommended and selected as one of a small list of patrons to whom we extend the privilege of purchasing standard merchandise at a 40% discount. This card will be your identification, not transferable. Yours very truly, signed, Paul, your pal Peters.
Say, I didn't know you had a Paul named Pal Peters. Who is it? And why should he give you 40% discount on anything?
Oh, they just do that for a few prominent citizens for the goodwill. You see, Mom, you see?
Oh, come in.
Hi, babe. Hello, Skimp.
Hello, Mr. Mills.
Hi, Billy. What's troubling your pretty little bald head today? You know anything about radio, Skimp? Who, me? I'll say I do.
Why, sure he does, Mr. Mills. He fixed ours yesterday. Now all we have to do to get KPMO is turn the dial to WPL and pick it 3 times.
Why, Jack, William? I want to get my sister a radio for Christmas.
Hey, I thought you got her a new one a couple of years ago, Billy.
Well, I did. It's worn out. You can't get Ed Wynn on it anymore. Well, if you want... Hey, look. I can get you a radio wholesale, Billy. 40% off. How much you want to sink into it? Oh, about $50.
Oh, well, you want one that'll play records?
No, my sister hasn't got any records.
What is that for?
You leave the whole thing to me, Billy. Tell Santa Claus to send it back.
Bigger one, though.
You mean you can get me a $50 radio for 30?
Forgot to
Absolutely.
buy
Save
them.
20 smacks. So if you were thinking of getting me some little inexpensive thing for Christmas, you can do a little better now. Hey, wait a minute, Kim. How come you get 40% off on radio? What do you mean on radio? I get 40% off on anything. I got connections. I know you in the right place.
Oh, sure. Don't you forget, Mr. Milton McGee is a prominent citizen.
You bet.
Stand up, dearie, and show Billy how prominent you really are.
Well, I'm certainly obliged, Kim. Want the 30 crock skins now? Now, wait till you get the radio.
Will you sit down and have a cup of coffee, Billy?
No, thanks, babe. Coffee makes me sleepy. Sleepy? That's funny. Keep most people awake. Not me. I never drank. So long. There's a great actor lost on that guy.
And I doubt if they ever find him. Are you going downtown to get his radio right away, McGee?
Yeah, I think so. Might want to pick up something myself. After all, I haven't got to link the walk line. Ooh! I haven't got your Christmas present yet.
Oh, I wonder what it's going to be. But you can get that made, McGee. I'll go with you today so we can
Come in.
Oh, hello.
How do you like it?
Hi.
I was just going downtown to the next new store. Would you prefer to go along?
Well, now
Wait a minute. Now, please, don't go throwing your door away. Now, let me handle it for you. I can get 40% off on it.
now, wait a minute, McGee.
How much you want to pay for a floor lamp, Lovey?
When I want something, I have not one possible. Which means money will go up forever. I want less, and I perfectly willing to pay for it. But if possible, I want $7.
That's all, McGee. Be as reckless as you like, as long as you're certain. What kind of a lamp do you want?
Yeah, my dear, I'd rather have in mind one with a marble and bronze base, a fluted golden color, a cluster of fine stars with an indirect picture at the top, a large base, once more base, that has surmounted by a broad-billed ornament.
You had that tonight, my $7?
Yes, I did.
Would you go to 850 if it had Melvin Douglas shinnying up the post to turn it on for you?
As long as you can get it wholesale, you may even go as high as $10 in this day. That comes to $6, I believe, with a discount.
Yeah. If I see a nice pair of pliers for about $2.50, you want those?
Why should you want a pair of pliers?
I hate to see anybody take pennies like this with their bare hands.
He's a card,
That's what I tell everyone, my dear. I always think this to me is simply a card. An ace with a short word.
The King's Men singing Jewel. Who said it was would chuck another woodchuck, woodchuck, he chucked slowly, to I dag back to the bottom, every time everybody slowly, I dag back to the bottom, every time everybody slowly, let's do this thing, so cool and freezing, just take it easy. I dag back to the bottom, every time everybody slowly. I met with a gal and the name was Billy. I heard life said, won't you be that silly? Sure to see the change come over that silly. Slowly, I dag back to the bottom. Every time we silly by the wheel, slowly. Once up on the stand and then lump. This concert don't do cover up. Just leave the stand, won't you come slowly. No rhyme or reason, but kind of season, always in season.
Well, are we going downtown to that wholesale house or not?
Just as soon as I ride down this Mendoran Road. Now it's me. I'll get it. Hello? Yeah, this is Tim speaking. Oh, hi, Molly. Yeah. Huh? No, I never scrapped much more. Peanut, huh? Oh, scrap. I thought you were talking basic off. I get a 12-inch shotgun if I was you, Mort. That's the... Hey, wait a minute, Mort. I can get the one wholesale.
Oh, dear. Here we go again.
What's that, Mort? Sure, 40% off. Okay, you just leave it to me, Mort. You betcha. Okay, Mort. Goodbye, Mort.
I never saw you like that little man before, but man, you're sure putting yourself in this.
Oh, well, one more little item. Put that down on the list, Molly. 12-gauge shotgun, automatic, go.
Well, what?
Go.
What does he do? Shoot things and then strangle them?
Oh, choke means the barrel's kind of made smaller. Yeah, now it's one radio, one lamp, one shotgun.
One wonders.
One wonders what?
One wonders what one's getting into.
Okay. Laugh if you want it, but 40% off ain't anything to sneer at.
Who's laughing?
Doesn't mean.
They got broke this.
I wonder if I could get a cocker
Holy
spaniel
cow.
down there.
Why buy one there?
Well, they say a
Never
bargain
done
dog
that
never
before.
bites. Get it, Molly? 40% off. Bargain dog.
Ain't funny, me.
I should have made it a chihuahua.
He was just kind of flattened up for
How
a
long
blood
is
shit.
Wilcox?
Can't stop talking now. I want to go downtown.
Anytime you can't stop talking to him, dear, you better be downtown. And look for a job.
Oh, well, all right. What do you want?
Look at this 12-box cigar. Would this make a nice gift, or wouldn't it?
Say, them are pretty snarky stogies, fellow. 25 cents. I could tell more about them if I... Hey!
Put those back. These are for a gift.
Is it somebody special, Miss Wilcox?
I'll say, Mom, it's more of a prize than a gift, really. I'm presenting them to the man who coined the slogan, "Your linoleum will be your pride if Johnson's Locos is applied."
Oh, were you having a contest?
Well, no, not exactly, but I thought it was pretty good. You see, it implies the whole story of Johnson's self-polishing Locos.
Get this, folks. It's the stuff that keeps Wilcox working, you waiting, and us eating.
I'm serious, Fibber. That slogan almost tells the whole story of Locos. How easy it is to apply, how it dries to a beautiful finish in 20 minutes or less, with no rubbing or buffing, and how it keeps your linoleum from cracking, checking, fading, and soiling. It saves your nickels and saves your knuckles, and your linoleum never cracks and buckles.
Oh, I think it's well worth a box of cigars for that slogan.
Yeah. Who's the smart smoker that donated that little hunk of poetic promotion, Harlow?
Me?
You.
Yep. Thought of it coming down the street and bought myself a box of cigars as a reward. Well, won't keep you any longer, folks. So long.
What do you know about that? Boy, does he appreciate him.
You know, I think it's wonderful to see how he's so interested in his job.
It'd be all right if he kept enthusiasm to himself. He's got Billy Mills doing it, too.
How do you mean?
Well, I saw Billy out on the alley the other night. And we're pouring it on, spreading it around.
Come in.
Hello, Mrs. Hello, Mrs.
Oh, hey, there's Miss Trivia. How do you do, I'm sure.
What can we do for you that won't take long, Trivia?
Oh, nothing, thank you. I was just taking a walk and thought I'd stop in a moment. As you know, I like to walk around the city and mingle with the common citizens. Sort of like Harold Albright.
Oh, yeah.
Harold Albright was oriented most of the Arabian Nights.
Oh, right. And what's the story on the potato?
Oh, he mixed the people with what they were saying, and we know what was going on the populace. Did you ever read the Arabian Nights?
Why, of course not. Now, he can't read Arabian.
Anyway, by the time I get some bringing up father and black board and it's over, I'm all wore out.
Very amusing. In a pathetic sort of way. By the way, do you know where I can buy a large globe of the world for my office?
Why, sure, Olivia. I can get you one wholesale. How much you want to pay for a good globe?
Doesn't matter much to me, as long as I get a good one. Things are happening so fast these days, I like to keep small.
You want a globe in Japan out, Mr. Mayor? Well, then you better get one quick.
Oh, good joke. Says he went to live with the town. And he's gonna get one quick. I knew we were gonna
Yeah, you
pull
leave it to me,
out
Olivia.
that
I'll see if you
soon.
get a good one cheap. I got connections.
Splendid, splendid. Thank you very much. I'll try to return the favor sometime.
Hey, how about that job in the city hall you promised me?
Oh, did the mayor promise you a job?
Well, actually, he said he was looking for a smart, level-headed man to look, on the higher ups in the interest of clean government.
Oh, yes, the window washing job.
Window washing job. Who does he think I am?
I think you're the man who wanted the window washing job. Let me take that job from you again. Now, what have we? A radio, floor lamp, a globe, and a shotgun. Civilization in a nutshell. How are we going to get all this stuff home?
Oh, I imagine they'll deliver it to the different people for
Well, if they don't, we can stick up a truck driver with a shotgun.
Yeah. Or I could pop him with the floor lamp and run off the globe.
McGee, look who's here, Mr. Wimple. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hi, Wimp, old man.
Hello there, sir. Excuse me for walking right in, but my goodness, I haven't seen you for simply weeks. I suppose that's because it's been so rotten out.
No, it's because you've been so written out.
Oh, Mrs. McGee, I just love a woman who has a sense of humor.
Oh, I love this one myself. Well, you go get one of your own.
Hasn't your wife any sense of humor, Mr. Wimple?
Sweetie face? Well, yes, in a way she has, Mr. McGee. But she's more of a practical joke, as you might say.
Oh, one of those.
Yes, I'll never forget the time we were mountain climbing, and she held me over the edge of a cliff by my coat collar.
Oh, yeah, but you knew she would drop it.
Oh, of course I knew it, Mrs. McGee. Certainly wasn't her fault. She got bit by a snake just that minute and had to let go.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wimple. How far did you fall?
Only a few feet, Mrs. McGee. Fortunately, my pants caught on a bush, and there I was, looking down into a 400-foot canyon, screaming for help and taking pictures like mad with my 2A brownie.
How about the wife, Wimple? Was the snake bite serious?
Oh, indeed it was, Mr. McGee.
Here.
Death came within 5 minutes, and Sweetie Face skinned it for a hat band. We often think back to that day and have a hearty laugh. At least I think back and
You
feel
ready?
like it.
Have you got your Christmas shopping done yet, Mr. Wimple?
No, I still have to get a pair of dumbbells to put initials on to get Sweetie Face.
With a card reading Merry Christmas from the three of us? Hey, I'll buy some for you, Wimple. I can get you some dumbbells wholesale. 40% off.
I wish we had some music with this merry-go-round.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, Mr. McGee. The bargain really appeals to me these days.
Yeah, a guy gets kind of short around Christmas, doesn't he, Wimp?
Oh, indeed, he does. I was looking at my dime bank this morning, and it's practically empty.
Oh, did you shake it real hard?
I didn't have to, Mr. McGee. Sweetie Face caught me looking at it, and she shook both of them. Well, thank you ever so much, Mr. McGee, and do drop over some night. I've told Sweetie Face all about you, and I'm sure she doesn't hate you as much as she said. Goodbye.
What a light he must lead me. Oh, look at the time it is, McGee.
Oh, my gosh, you got to get going before that store closes. Get your hat.
I'm all ready. Get your own hat. You got the Mr. Thing?
Sure, right here.
How about the checkbook?
Oh, my checkbook. Oh, my. Oh, where's my checkbook? Oh, I remember.
Where is it?
Right here in the hall. Gotta straighten out that closet one of these days.
Martha Tilton singing The Last Time I Saw Paris.
The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last time I saw Paris, her trees were dressed for spring, and lovers walked beneath those trees, and birds found songs to sing. I dodged the same old taxi cab that I had dodged for years. The chorus of their squeaky horns was music to my ears. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they changed her, I'll remember her that way. I think of happy hours and people who shared them. Old women selling flowers in markets at dawn. Children who applauded punch and beauty in the park, and those who danced at night and kept their Paris dry. Then the town went dark. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they changed her, I remember her that
The scene, 79 Wistful Vista. The time, 3 hours later.
Oh, McGee, thank goodness. What a horrible expedition. You and your 40% off. I think I'll run upstairs and take off about 40% myself. 50 including my shoes.
I'm kind of tired, too. Hey, imagine that guy charging me $5 a piece to deliver all them things.
Yeah, and then you didn't get one single item you really wanted.
Oh, I couldn't help it. It was so dark in that store, I couldn't see what I was buying.
Did you hear what he said about exchanging merchandise?
Well, you can't blame him for that, Molly. With a big discount like that, he can't afford to keep taking stuff back.
How much did all those things cost?
$73. Oh, but I'll get that back, Molly.
You answered, McGee. I couldn't lift the receiver for a bankrupt birdhouse.
Hello? Oh, hi, Mort. Did you get the shotgun? Wasn't it? Huh? Oh, now take it easy, Mort. That gun is a genuine antique. Yeah, but he said... Oh, but look, Mort. Now, don't get excited. That shotgun was used by Daniel Boone at the Battle of Bull Durham. Bull Pebble. Well, some kind of bull. But that's rabbit, Mort. I done my best. Hold it, Mort, for somebody's door. See who's there with you, Molly.
Come in.
Now, think of McGee. One guy just sent me that dirty little 5-inch globe when I asked for it.
Hello, Mort. Well, hold the line on it. What'd you say, Latrivia?
Just like the clothes box here. Yeah,
I certainly don't. I wanted the large-size globe, and you send me a ridiculous little 5-inch one.
Small world, isn't it?
Five Lord McGee, if you don't...
I'm talking to a guy on the phone. Now, look, Mort, I'm sorry I can't exactly get you a modern shotgun, but gee whiz, when you get 40% off... Be with you in a minute. I'm on the phone.
Sit down there, McGee. Listen to me.
Thank you, no. I want to speak to that person.
So do I.
Yeah, but look, Mort, I went to a lot of trouble buying you that shotgun, and if you don't appreciate it...
Talk to that person later. I want to speak to you about that person. No.
You think that's important? Did you see the globe he sent me?
No, that's all fixed.
But, Mort, you don't get the idea. That gun I bought you was a genuine antique. Well, what if you can't shoot with it? Hang it over the fireplace and let the kids taste it. You call that message sent to your radio?
Get off that phone, McGee. We want to talk to you.
Now, just a minute, folks. Be right back. Now,
Doesn't matter
Mort.
about the Christmas gift. That's a mess.
Go on to my radio, babe. Crystal set with a Morning Glory horn. Headphones. Well, it still is. I see some scalpers around Times Square. Ah, but more. You don't see my side of the court. All I done was...
You could see my left.
And my radio. One complaint at a time.
Yes. Let's all be calm.
Oh, all right, Mort. Okay, Mort, if that's the way you feel about it, I can...
About this young man.
What number?
Are you referring to us, Miss Winkle?
If he is, he's the smartest guy in the room. All right, Mort. Okay, Mort, if you feel that way, there's nothing... Hello? Hello? Okay, folks, now just take it easy. What is all this? Hey, you go! You get me behind them! Let's consider this calmly, folks. Take the time. Oh, hello, everybody. Now what? Gee, I'm glad everybody's here. Because I've got great news. See me before you do any shopping. I know a place where I can get 40%.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know everyone is anxiously awaiting the words of President Roosevelt. In the meantime, the makers of Johnson's Wax have this message for you. America has answered the treacherous attack of the Japanese by declaring war to the victorious end. To ensure our victory, we must turn our dollars into guns and our dimes into bullets. Buy United States defense bonds and stamps at your bank, post office, or savings and loan association. Get them from your newspaper carrier boy or your retail dealer. If you live in Canada, buy Canadian War Savings Certificate or Victory Bond. Don't delay. Act now.
Well, they played in the Star Spangled Banner. Because they're broadcasting on shortwave. So bad radio reception.
Good night, Paul.
Harlow Wilcox, speaking to the makers of Johnson's Wax for home and industry. Right to be with us again next Tuesday night. This is the National Broadcasting Company. This is Chicago, WMA.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with songs by Martha Tilton and the King's Men, and music by Billy Mills. The show opens with the National Emblem March. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard an officer of the Red Cross speak last night. He was asking for money. He said in part that it was customary these days to preface any request for help with an apology, but that he wasn't making any apology. Neither are we. The Red Cross needs $50 million, urgently and immediately. Now, for 130 million people, that's the price of a few cigars or a lipstick. The Red Cross is always ready to help in times of war and disaster. And from now on, the demands upon them will be great. But we are a great nation. So let's give till it hurts. The master of 79 Wistful Vista is not one to squander $1.25 for a Christmas tree when he can drive out to the woods and chop down his own. No, sir. And here, driving up to the house, frost-bitten but triumphant, we find that lumberjack who saved Jack on his lumber, Fibber of Fibber McGee and Molly.
Gotta get them brakes fixed. Boy, am I cold. Well, come on, Christmas tree. Come to Papa. You got a new home.
McGee, you're getting snow all over the hall. Why didn't you stamp your feet?
Why should I stamp my feet? I ain't mad at anybody. Besides, they're so cold, I'm just walking from memory.
Oh. Here, you poor lad. Let me take your coat and your mittens.
Thanks, Molly. Hey, take a gander at that tree, will you? Ain't she a whopper?
Heavenly days, it certainly is.
Yeah, it was the pick of the whole woods, Molly. I had to fight off 20 other guys to get it, too. They all wanted it.
Oh. Did you actually fight for it, dearie?
Oh, it didn't come down to actual brawl, no. One guy ups to me and says, "That's my tree, Shorty." And I says, "Yeah," I says, tossing my hatchet up in the air and catching it by the handle. "Try and get it," I says. "You don't need this tree for last Christmas," I says. And he says, "What do you mean last Christmas?" "Well," I says, sinister-like, advancing toward him with a nasty look, "You lay a blade on that balsam bud, and last Christmas was your last Christmas."
Good for you, McGee. Did he go away then?
No. He started swinging his axe at me. And just then I noticed that this tree, which was a little farther along, was even bigger and better.
Oh, yeah.
So I just sneered and walked away. Double time.
Well, it certainly is a big one. What'll we do with it after Christmas? Hollow it out and make a canoe?
Shucks now, Molly, just
What
because...
took you so long to get it home? You know, you've been gone 6 hours.
Well, I had a blowout on the way back and had to stop and buy a new second-hand tire. Cost me $7.
Where's the hatchet?
I lost it in the snow. I know just where it is, and next spring when the snow melts, I'll get... Oh, my gosh. What's that?
Oh, it's that window in the dining room. I opened it because it was so hot in here and it won't stay open.
No. Well, I'll fix it when I get time. By the way, what time is it?
It's after 4. Why? Where's your wristwatch?
Well, I took it off to chop this tree down and forgot all about it. Then when I went back to look for it, it snowed some more and covered it up.
Well, that's fine. A $30 wristwatch, a $2 hatchet, and a $7 tie. $39 for a 98-cent Christmas tree. Oh, happy Yuletide.
Well, I didn't want one of those measly little moth-eaten shrubs they're selling downtown. When I want a tree, not a bouquet. Come in.
Oh, hello, Mayor Latrivia.
Good day, Mr. McGee. I say, McGee.
Yes?
About that job you wanted in the City Hall. I'm still working on it, but I'll have to have a little information.
Well, tell the nice mayor what he wants to know, dearie.
Okay. Dig me, Latriv.
Well, first, can you dominate people? Can you let the ones in that you really want to see and shut the rest out?
Absolutely.
Another thing, McGee, can you stand it physically? To be mauled by crowds of people all asking you questions. Can you ignore the whispers behind your back? Can you give orders in a loud tone of authority?
Boy, can I. Listen to this, Triv. All right, folks. As captain of the detective force of Wistful Vista, I order you to make way there. Stand back, everybody. The police...
This wouldn't be a police job, McGee.
Oh.
But one of the elevator operators has just been drafted, and I've suggested you. I'll let you know later. Good day.
Why, that small-minded, boat-grabbing, baby-kissing...
Now, never mind that now. Say, where should we place this tree, McGee?
I don't know. Where do you think?
Well, offhand, dearie, I'd say it was a toss-up between the Grand Canyon and Death Valley.
Shucks, I told you I gotta trim it down. Oh, get me a hatchet, will you?
The hatchet, dear boy, according to your official communique.
Yeah.
Is at present sleeping its edge off under a snowdrift 18 miles north of town.
Yeah, well, we got a saw, haven't we?
Not a very good one. So then.
Who bent it?
You did.
Huh?
After you saw that vaudeville act at the Bijou last October, you tried to play phony boy on it, remember?
Well, I guess it'll still work. Hey, it's awful hot in here.
Yes, it is. I'll open that dining room window again. The thermostat on the furnace is off for it, and I've got to...
Boy, am I tired. But what a treat. Why, this will give us enough kindling wood for all summer. Except that we don't need any kindling wood in the summer.
Hey, McGee, I just thought of something.
What's that?
This tree is so big our little ornaments are going to look awful silly on it.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I better order a bigger assortment of ornaments. Hand me the phone, will you? Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the whistle, Mr. Nobby, and say, oh, is that too much? How's every little thing, Mert? Huh? Who? Your niece. Somebody grabbed her and kissed her during the blackout.
Oh, heavenly days, McGee. Does she know who it was?
She'll recognize it when she sees him. He'll have lipstick all over his face and neck and shirt front.
From just one kiss?
What do you mean, one kiss? That blackout lasted 3 hours. What's that, Mert? Okay, I'll call him later. Hey, did you get me the saw, Molly?
Here it is, Billy. And now don't get sawdust all over my floor.
Why not? It'll make Uncle Dennis feel at home. Now, see, I guess I better take a couple of feet off the bottom first.
Yes, and trim out 100 or so branches. Tarzan or somebody might be hiding in there.
Who?
Tarzan. Who? I said Tarzan. Who? Oh, stop, McGee. That's
I didn't say anything. You said Tarzan. Who? Tarzan.
Who are you shouting at?
Hey, what's it?
McGee, it's an owl. He's in that tree. Look, up on the fourth branch.
Oh, my God. Take the tree, Molly. Open the door and we'll shoo him out. You! Come on, get out of that, you big buzzard. Go on, scram.
Take it harder, McGee. There he goes.
Take him, Molly. Take him this way. Look out to the table. Yes, him toward the door, Molly. Wave your hand.
I am waving my hand. Shoo, scat, throw away, Birdie. He won't even look at me, McGee.
Well, owls don't see good in the daytime.
Well, what do you expect me to do, buy him some glasses?
Hey, there he goes. Go on. Beat it. Scram.
Well, thank goodness. Those things give me the creeps.
Me too. Though I will say it was decent of him to back up my judgment.
What are you talking about?
Well, owls are wise birds, and we both picked out the same tree. Don't you get it, Molly? I says owls
It's funny, McGee.
Okay. But I've been hooted at enough for one day. Hand me the saw again. Thanks. Now.
Hello there, daughter. How's about... Hey, what you got there, Johnny? Christmas tree?
Oh, no. We buy our firewood on the hook, Mr. Oldtimer.
What's on your mind besides that Daniel Boone cap, old-timer?
Just wanted to know if you could come out and play. Some of us kids are building a snow fort in that vacant lot up on the corner. Having a peck of fun.
No, thank you. We've got work to do, Mr. Oldtimer. I'm afraid you'll have to romp in the snow without us.
Oh, gee, kids, come on. We wanted to choose up sides and play Yanks and Jacks. Only nobody wants to be a Jack.
Well, we haven't got time to play now, old-timer. I got to trim this tree before...
Then you got a corncob pipe you can have, Johnny. I built a big snowman. I want to put a pipe in his mouth.
Oh, give him a cigarette.
Yeah, and put a sign on him. Something new has been added.
That's pretty good, Johnny. But that ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it. Hey, what was that?
Oh, it's just the dining room window, Mr. Oldtimer. It won't stay open.
Hey? Oh, well, the way I heard it, one feller says, tell a feller, say, he said, why does Hitler make all his speeches from a beer garden? Well, says tell a feller, that's so when he starts foaming at the mouth, nobody will notice it.
Martha Tilton sings Thank Your Lucky Stars and Stripes.
If you live right, if you get to sleep at night, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes. If you feel free, if there's sugar in your tea, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes. Keen heat and ham and eggs and hay rides and cider kegs if you like the good old Yankee way, so say so. If you can sing and believe in anything, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes. Do you like it here? Don't you think this country is swell? Do you want to cheer? Ring the Liberty Bell. Well, gay. If there's fun on Dollar Day, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes. If you can joke and enjoy an artichoke, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes. Dime stores and bobby pins and hot dogs and making things if you like the way we go about it. Shout it. If you can sing and believe in anything, you can thank your lucky stars and stripes.
Oh, they cut down the old pine tree, and they hauled it away to the mill to make a nice Christmas tree just for Molly and me. Huh?
Goodness sakes, do you have to sing with your sawing?
No, I don't have to, but it helps. Hey, how's it look now, Molly? Beginning to shape up pretty good, eh?
Yes, if you like that shape. It's pretty lopsided.
It is? Where? Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Well, I can trim that side off a little more. It's a good thing I got a big tree to start with, you know it?
Well,
Yeah.
listen now, try and be a little quieter. Uncle Dennis is upstairs taking a nap.
That guy's always taking a nap. And I just found out why he wanted that old brass bed brought down from the attic, too.
Why?
Well, I peeked in on him the other morning, and there he was, sound asleep, with one foot on the brass footrail and a happy smile on his pretty little face.
Now, let's not start on poor Uncle Dennis again. He's a gentleman and a scholar.
He ought to be a scholar. He's had more teachers than anybody I ever knew. Oh, I cut down the old pine tree, and I hauled it away in my car.
McGee, there's somebody at the door.
Who?
I don't know. Let me peek. Oh, it's Mrs. Uppington.
Oh, not the Mrs. Uppington, the choicest crumb in our upper crust.
Yes. And wearing a hat that was made in a hurry by a cross-eyed milliner wearing boxing gloves. Come in, Abigail, darling.
How do you do, my dear? And Mr. McGee.
Hi, Uppy.
Please excuse the mess in here, Abigail. McGee is trimming the Christmas tree.
Oh, how fascinating. I simply adore the scent of freshly cut lumber, really. It's so invigorating and so outdoorsy, you might say.
Yeah, I might say that if I carried my handkerchief in my sleeve.
Say, I didn't know you were such a lover of the great open spaces, Abigail.
Oh, my dear, I used to simply spend all my time at my hunting lodge in Maine. Roughing it, you know.
Ever hunt any moose?
Watch your Thomas, dearie.
Well, did you, Uppy?
Oh, no, I was never much of a Nimrod, Mr. McGee. We called it a hunting lodge because we were always hunting, of course, for bridge.
But you really ran wild up there, Uppy.
Don't pay any attention to him, Abigail. You know, he thinks he's a great woodsman because he shot a bear in Alaska last summer.
Well, that was something. If you ever walked through a dark forest with the feeling that something was creeping up on you, ready to pounce any minute, and suddenly... Wow! Oh, he got me! Shoot him!
Take it easy, McGee. Huh? Take it easy. It's just the window in the dining room. It won't stay open, Abigail. But say, where did you get that hat? I haven't been able to take my eyes off it.
Oh, do you like it, my dear?
He didn't say that. He just says she couldn't take her eyes off it.
I tell you, it's just darling, Abigail.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's exactly why I dropped over today, my dear, to see if you liked it. Do you, Mr. McGee?
Well, confidentially, Uppy, since I'm a plain-spoken man, I think it's the worst monstrosity ever placed on a human head.
Oh.
It would make a Zulu medicine man swallow his spear.
Oh, splendid. I'm a success.
What?
I just said to myself, if Mr. McGee likes it, I will simply have to give it to my cook. That man has less taste than a nightclub salad.
That old flounder. So I haven't got any taste, haven't I?
Not in half, dearie. When it comes to fashions, you'd better just do one thing.
What's that?
Saw wood.
Huh? Oh, okay. I got needles galore sprinkled over the floor in the shade of the old pine tree. Hey, Molly. How's she look now?
Well, it looks better, McGee. At least we can get in the same room with it. Now, if you'll trim some more off the far side there.
Okay, Oh, hi, Harlow. Hello, Fibber. Hello, Molly.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. Won't you come in and get some sawdust all over your clothes?
Say, what goes on here anyway?
I went out and cut down my own Christmas tree, Harlow, and now I got to shorten the sleeves on it a little.
Well, you sure got the room in a mess, pal. You've got enough loose branches around here to bed down a rhinoceros.
Well, lie down and we'll try to make you comfortable.
Very funny, McGee. But what can we do for you, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, it's like this, Molly. I'm a little worried about the greeting cards I ordered this year. I'm afraid the sentiment is a little too flowery.
Well, read one to us, Mr. Wilcox. Though personally, I don't think a greeting card could be too flowery.
Why, certainly not. Let 'em drip, I always says. Well, read the blurb, Waxy.
All right, it reads, "The season's greetings to you, my friend, from the Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat Man. I hope that in 1942 and 43 and 44 and 45 and 46, you'll remember all those little tricks I showed you about saving time and dough by using Glow Coat on your flow."
On your floor. Shut my mouth, honey, child. You shut it, dearie. Continue, Mr. Wilcox.
How it saves your linoleum and keeps it clean with a lovely gloss and the dandy sheen. Eliminates rubbing and bumping, too. And in 20 minutes or less, you're through. Just pour some out and spread it around and let it dry. And then you've found the color and pattern have come to life. And so have you, your husband's wife.
Oh, that's your husband's wife. If that ain't the corn.
Hey, what's that noise?
That was Longfellow turning over, Harlow.
No, it was the dining room window falling down again. But go ahead, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, there isn't much more, but it goes, "The best of wishes I send to you from me and S.C. Johnson & Son Incorporated, too." Well, what do you think of it? Okay, I'll get something else.
Naive character, isn't he, Molly?
How naive.
Oh, I was talking to him one day, and he looks all around to see if anybody was listening, and then whispers to me that Santa Claus didn't really live at the North Pole. He said he really lived in Racine, Wisconsin.
Say, that tree's getting awfully small, McGee. Better not trim it much more.
I know, but I decided that it would look a lot better up on the piano.
Well, that'll be nice. Then it'll be out of the way.
Yeah.
I'll go out and fix that dining room window.
Okay. Oh, I cut down the old pine tree, 'cause the ones at the store were not free. I told the man at the store, there's a knock at the door.
I wonder who that could be. Come in. Oh, hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, Mr. McGee. How are you today, Mr. McGee?
It is a fiddle and ready to play humoresque. Wimple, shrimp, what's it with you?
I just dropped in to say goodbye for a couple of weeks, is all. I'm spending the holidays in Chicago with Mama and Papa.
Oh. Is your wife going with you, Mr. Wimple?
Who, Sweetie Face? No, she has to stay here and knit.
Knit? Can't she knit on the train?
Not so good, Mr. McGee. She broke 3 ribs wrestling with a policeman, and the doctor says she'll knit much better at home.
Well, what on earth was she doing wrestling with a policeman?
Oh, she is the instructor at the police gymnasium, Mr. McGee. The whole force is just crazy to study with her. At least I think they are.
I'll bet you'll miss her, Wimple.
How much?
How much will you miss her?
No, how much will you bet? Oh, I shouldn't say that, I suppose. Sweetie Face is really a wonderful woman at heart, if any, and I doubt it.
Well, we'll call on her while you're gone, Wimple, and see if there's anything we can do.
Yes, you might take her some fruit or something.
Oh, I wouldn't advise it, Mrs. McGee. Last time Sweetie Face was sick, some people took her some flowers and she threw them in their faces.
Oh, don't she like flowers?
Yes, she loves flowers, but she hates people. Well, goodbye, folks, and Merry Christmas.
And to you.
The King's Men sing "Coming Through the Ride."
If a body meet a body coming through the ride, if a body kiss a body, meet a body cry, every laddie coming through the ride. If a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Now everyone must have a loving lassie, but they say that the lassies always pass me by. Yet all the girls, they smile at me, coming through the ride. If a body meet a body, coming through the ride. If a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Every little laddie has a bonny little lassie, but may they say, hey, I. All we lads and lassies get together in the heather when we're coming. But we're coming through the ride.
Trumpeter, what are you sounding now?
Hey, haven't you got that tree fixed yet?
No, but it won't be long now, Molly. Anyway, I hope not. This saw is getting duller than a bus trip to Bloomington.
Well, is it still awfully hot in here, McGee?
You're asking the wrong man, Mrs. McGee. I'd be hot right now if I was up to my clavicle in ice cubes. This is a warm work.
Well, I hate to keep that dining room window open, but the thermostat on the furnace simply won't work. Say, have you been monkeying with that, McGee?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
With the thermostat?
Yes.
Why should I have been monkeying with the thermostat?
That's what I want to know.
Heck, I don't know anything about a thermostat.
I know that, too, but did you monkey with it?
When?
Anytime.
Well, say I did kind of tinker with it last night at that.
Oh, now it comes out. And just what did you do to it, Mastermind?
Well, I was walking past it with a screwdriver in my hand, and the screwdriver caught one of the little screws, and the first thing I knew, I had it all apart. Wonderful little gadget, too.
McGee, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
That's a coincidence, Molly. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little dingus I took out of it either. I couldn't find any way to get it back in there.
Well, why didn't you tell me so I could call the furnace man?
Oh, I was going to fix it myself when I got time. I'm pretty ingenious with mechanical stuff. You know that.
Oh, sure.